metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts, and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed, Southern fried racing breed.
All right, we got to find out where the sound is coming from that's not supposed to be there. I think we got it. The Machines took over in Maximum Overdrive, if you remember that movie way back when.
Yes.
And they were doing that to me. So if you were hearing odd music, that was, I would turn them off, they'd turn on. I think that's I rebooted my system. It just decided to control me. Maybe it's AI. I don't know, Harley. It may be AI, but we'll just kick it. And so that's why we ended early, because I was getting all kind of sounds. I'm sure you were as well. But folks, welcome to the Dirt Report with the Southern Fried Podcast Racing Hour. And I'm Dave, the Cornbread Man.
Dean.
Chaser, Pods, Marines in the house. Paul's not here, but we're glad to have Harley and Broski's in the house. Skynet activated. Yeah, you got it, man. What the heck? I'm like sitting, and Dean's talking to me. He's trying to get his new headphones hooked up. And I'm sitting here going, I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. And Dean's like, how you doing? I'm like, I got his voice. I got 3 other music channels coming in. I'm like, what in the world? But hey, it's Friday. The work week is over,
Yes.
maybe for you, maybe not. And we're excited for our interview. We have Harley Holden from the great state of South Carolina. Now, I'm a Georgia fan, so I don't will say that about Clemson, but it is a great state. But for him, and he's going to show you, that's his car behind him there.
Oh, sweet.
And he's got, what is that, a calendar you held up, Harley?
That was a calendar.
Look how good that looks.
Oh, man, mama.
That's sharp.
It's all
It's Clemson colors, but it's good. I like it. And who did you say did your rap?
Kenny Collins. So he's a Georgia boy over in Colbert, Georgia.
Okay.
He's wrapped cars all over the entire Southeast. But I've been with Kenny for years and years and years, and he's done a fantastic job for me.
All right, hang on. Try now.
Okay, talk to me, Harley.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Okay, I think we're good. He's hooking up a new set. See, you just broke the golden rule. You don't do that. Don't introduce new electronics as we're going live. Don't do that. So you'll find out. You know, that's the thing. I'm training him. You know, I'm gonna teach him to put all this stuff together, bring it up. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm sure there are some unspoken rules when you get in the race car. You don't want to do right as they're getting ready to say, you know, green flag. It's not the time to adjust something.
Yeah, you want to get all those things figured out first.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being with us. First of all, we appreciate the time you're giving us. So our big motto is let's let you tell your story. So start us out. You know, I know it's probably get asked this a lot, but for us, we're new to it. How did you get started in racing? Where did that come from? Was your family in it? And who kind of mentored you down that road, or did you just come into it later on?
No, so it was a young age. My dad, he raced dirt track for years and years, and he started out with my brother. I have a brother that's 3 years older than me, and his name's Jackie, and he's the J in the J&H race shop that we run.
Oh, okay.
So he started 3 years before I did, but he was 14 when he started, and I wound up starting when I was 14. My mom wasn't happy to either one of us to start that young, but so my career started in 95. So I'm actually working on a little over 30 years now. But yeah, my dad got us into it, and my dad's number was H3. So that's where my number comes from. My brother, he's actually run 67. That's his number. He's run it for years. He ran W5 for a while, but anyways, so I picked up my dad's number and I just carried it on through. And it started out years ago. We were not raised in go-karts. We were just like, my dad was a dirt racer, and he never took it as serious as we do. Like, my dad was a weekend warrior dirt racer, you know? And so to compare my dad's career to where me and my brother are at it's crazy, because we run a complete race shop, and it's not our full-time jobs, but we do work down there a couple nights a week, and we run the race shop as a business. And you know, we've got a ton of cars in there. So, but yeah, it's so it all started about 30 years ago, and just started progressing through and getting to where we were racing. There's been times in our careers where we raced really, really hard, where we followed series and we were there every weekend. And, you know, we're not doing that quite as much nowadays. But we still race pretty hard through the year.
So what kind of cars were you, what class were you racing when you kind of really got into it on your own? What were you racing then? Hey, Dusty, give me just a second, buddy. I'm getting it to you. I had some technical difficulties. Just ride with me just for a second. You get an invite.
So back in the day, when my dad started, just like I said, we didn't start in go-karts. He just threw us in a car and we went. And it was a hobby car. It was called a hobby car back then. Don't even really think a hobby car exists anymore. That the specific car that you started with, it doesn't really exist around here anymore. But it was V8s, and he was like, "You want to go drive it? Let's go." And this is back in the day when there were no receivers, there were no transponders, and the flagman pretty much run the show. And I was pretty well blessed to have old Leon Lathan. He's sort of a Georgia legend. And
I heard the name.
I have to.
Yeah, he's a legend in the running tracks and such. So he was flagman way back when, and he really helped me out. He looked after me, you know, because they ran the show from the flag stand. It wasn't like someone was in your ear and told you what to do, you know. So he really helped me out. He kind of watched for me and such. Even told me one time to calm down. I was young, and the car wasn't good. And you know how they used to do, you know, spin out more than, or the third time, and they're going to put you in the pits. Well,
oh yeah,
I had spun out once, and I got the car back going, and I spun out again. This was when I was young. And I come back around, and he's standing on the track. The flagman is. And he waves me to come to him. Like, all right. So I pull up to him, and he said, "Look, son, your car is no good." And he said, "You're young and you're learning." He said, "Either calm down or I'm going to put you in the pits." And, you know, I didn't spin out again.
There you go. Hey, Dr. Butcher, appreciate you being in there from the YouTube side. We run two YouTube, so you may be in that one alone. So invite some friends to come listen to Harley. So I've never heard anybody say that like they stepped out there and like, hey, but I have now. Let me take that back. I've seen it at go-kart where a guy steps out and says, "Hey, you're not going to be on this track much longer." I've seen that. Hey, Dusty, welcome in.
Dusty.
Hey.
Off racing. But yeah, I've never heard of that. Had you saw that before they did it to you, or is that a common thing where you race, or was that like the first time you'd ever saw that?
I think it might have been the first time I'd ever seen it. I mean, I'd seen him direct people from the flag stand, pointing flags at them, telling them, you know, stuff. But, you know, it's like I said, it was wild. I mean, I guess I take that back. There was times where I'd seen Leon come off the flag stand and, you get these cars that just didn't want to get in position. Well, he was the kind of guy that, you're going to come by and ignore his flag or where he's telling you to go only once, because the next time he was standing on the track and he was going to stop you and direct you with what to do. So it was pretty interesting, but this was mid 90s or late 90s.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. So what is your favorite top of the dirt track? What class is your favorite? Have you done different ones besides what you're talking about, or have you done the Crown Vic? We hear a lot of people talking about that too.
So we, as far as myself, the only thing I've ever raced, currently right now, I have this car, which is a 4-cylinder. It's similar to the one behind me. That was an older version. This was a newer version of my car. But that's 4-cylinder. So that is the Monster Mini stock style rules. And I've ran that for several years. But I started off in V8, and I ran V8 into a division. It was hobby, and then it moved into what was called Enduro. And in the early 2000s at Hartwell Speedway and 106, which 106 is gone now, 106 Enduro, and it was an old Malibu. And the Enduro moved into what they call Mod Street now, till today.
Yeah.
Which Mod Street is sort of a Georgia thing, because street stock would be very similar to that today. But that is my other car. So I recently purchased a street stock car about 2 seasons ago. And I started racing and following around with some of the Mid-East street stocks, some of the Cruiser races. And I really enjoyed that. That kind of has taken me away from my 4-cylinder a little bit with the V8s and got me back into racing, kind of what I cut my teeth on.
Yeah.
But as far as the highest division I ever went to in 04, I started racing crate 604s. So I had a 2002 GRT, and this was in 2004. Ran the crate 604 and ran that car till about 2008. Running the late model style car. As far as my favorite, it's not that. I did not. A crate car or a 4-bar car to me is a lot of fun to drive, but it wasn't really for me. I guess I never really spent enough time getting into the shock side and learning 4-bar. So I cut my teeth on running, geometric chassis stuff and, the 4-cylinder stuff. So it really wasn't for me. So I got out of that. And once I left the late model, that was my first time in 4-cylinder. We're talking 08, 09, something like that. And it was interesting because I wasn't really planning to run it, but I had blown up my V8 car.
Uh-oh.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, blew it up, and there I was. Didn't really have a motor. And my brother, he had been running 4-cylinder, loved it, dominating 4-cylinder. He had a spare car, and he told me, he was like, let's go down to Modoc, which is a couple hours down the road. I'm sure y'all started hearing about that. Modoc is coming back this year for the first time. And I don't know if they're going to stick with, they changed the name to Little River. But I think now they're going back to Modoc. I don't know. But anyways, so I went down to Modoc Speedway for my first time in 4-cylinders. And I took to it pretty good because I dominated down there. I think I won. In my first season down there running, I won 11 races, won the championship. I mean, it was pretty crazy how well I took the 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
And,
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
and we've never really looked back since. So now we run 4-cylinders, and we started playing with the street stock again.
Awesome. So I was glad to hear about a track coming back. I mean, that's always
Oh,
a good thing.
yes,
I was telling you
yes.
before we went live, we've got to get across. I mean, all across the nation, especially here in the Southeast.
Right.
We need some more tracks. Chattanooga area, we've got them within an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. But we
Yes.
don't have anything right here.
Right.
It needs to change. Chattanooga's got a long history in the general area with dirt track. We need that. But how many tracks do you typically go to? Do you say to one or two, or just that one, or do you? I know you said you ventured out even over here at times, long drive, but you maybe not Boyd's back in the day, but some other ones you said you had raced at.
So up near you guys, we back in the day, my brother was traveling a little bit with Cajun Mini. Cajun Mini stocks were racing some in Cleveland. I never did race Cleveland, but my brother did multiple times. And then Boyd's, I've never been to Boyd's. But as far as traveling around, like I said, we followed the Martin Mini series for about 4 years, really hard. So we traveled any and everywhere they went, which would include like Winder Speedway, Toccoa Speedway, Travelers Rest, Harris Speedway, Cherokee. We traveled up as far as Friendship Speedway in North Carolina. Let's see. There's a good number of tracks that I'm leaving out. Carolina Speedway, Livonia, and like I said, Hartwell is just now coming back. I'm going to go to Hartwell a good bit this year. I'm going to do a little more local racing this year, plus traveling. But as far as back in the day when we were traveling, I would say Phoenix City, Alabama is probably the lowest that we have went.
Pretty good haul.
Yeah, it is.
Love that place though.
Yeah.
We used to go to Phoenix City every year for this Alabama State race and the National 100. And we started going in 2001. And we went every year up until 2020 or 2020, and they cut us out. They took our division completely off the schedule, and we hadn't been back since. So I'm literally, I've started a campaign little bit, if you can call it that. Every time we get an opportunity to message East Alabama or East Alabama Motor Speedway, I'm like, put us back on the schedule. You know, we'll go. It's 4.5, 5 hour ride for us, but we're there. You know, it is, put us on the schedule and we'll come back. So,
why did they cut it out? Do you know why they decided not to do that one?
So when it got cut out was about the time that Phoenix City was changing some management. And they had that, I don't know if you heard about it, but they had that one really, really bad race where it was a scheduled, I don't remember if it was the state or the National 100, but they had it scheduled up and basically no one showed up. Management went to crap. And we were there. I want to say this was 19 or 20, one of the two. And we went, and literally they didn't have half the cars that they normally have, which is crazy because Phoenix City, Alabama, usually you're parking in 3 different fields that are like way out, and there's just packed with cars. So when that happened, they made, they almost called the whole race off. And everybody's like, look, let's race. And then we actually went ahead and raced. They made it happen. Props to them for actually making it happen, because I know they lost money. They didn't pay us as much as they could, but who could, when half your cars show up. So, they did good. They got the show in. They made it happen. And then after that, for some reason, when the new management came in, they never put 4-cylinder back on the docket.
Did you ever hear from anybody else why that many people didn't show up? Was there something going on that nobody else got the message and they showed up? Or that's kind of strange that everybody stayed away. I mean, half the cars.
It was strange. I think some people had reasons, but I don't know what those were.
I'm just curious. That's very odd.
I mean, like I said, it wasn't. We didn't get the message because we were there. I think people were mad with the way things were going.
Could be,
but I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure what that was because we didn't get the message. We were there, so.
So what was your favorite track? Was it Phoenix City, or is there another one that you think, man, I just love this track? It just fits.
My track, hands down, is Toccoa, Georgia.
Okay, Toccoa.
Which is basically my home track. I mean, it's only 35, 40 minutes or so from Clemson, straight up 123. Cut my teeth at Toccoa, Georgia, but you've seen Toccoa probably before. It is a tiny little high-banked, racy little place.
Yes, sir.
Hands down, my favorite track. Second, I mean, I like Phoenix City, but Phoenix City's hard. It's not like you just go down there and dominate. But it's fun to race on. But I don't know if I can definitively tell you what my second favorite track is. I got a lot of tracks I love to race on, but it's hard to make it my favorite when they don't treat me very good. I love to make a trip down and race on at Lancaster, which we do fairly often, especially when we were running with the Monster Mini Series, but not every time that I went down there, but almost every time I destroyed my car. And the thing about a half mile, I mean, you're carrying so much speed. When you wreck, it's bad. I mean, I love that track. It's really fast, but when you have a wreck, it's bad. It's pretty good.
I bet.
Well, and it's expensive, and then just nobody wants to get hurt or anything like that, and you're flipping and rolling. I've seen some pretty violent wrecks this year already at different tracks around the country, and I mean, wow.
Right.
Hello, Brent Brotman with Horsepower Coffee. Howdy to you tonight, sir. And again, we have Dusty Poff with Poff Racing on stage with us tonight. He's co-hosting with us now on the racing show. And we have with us Harley Holden, as you see on the screen, from Clemson, South Carolina, and loving that dirt. And we're just learning about him. And I guess this would be a good spot, Harley, to talk about what partners you have, sponsors and things. Give him a shout out. We've already that car looks great. It looks great to put logos on, and I'm sure there's always room for one more. But who do you have on the car?
So my main sponsor is Daniel Nally. He's a Georgia boy. He runs Forever Tanning Boutique, and he's got a local tanning salon in Toccoa, Georgia. He's a friend and a sponsor, and so he's been with me for a very long time. I've had Morris Business Solutions on the car. That's actually my girl's cousin. He's taking care of me a little bit. Of course, J&H Race Shop. That's our own shop. Jack's Auto, which is my brother's business. And we've had in the past, so we had Mullinax Tree Service was helping us for a couple of years. But that's about it. I mean, we're definitely open to new sponsors. I've had some local friends jump in and sponsor a time or two, but they kind of come and go.
Yeah.
But yeah, they and like I said, Kenny Collins, he does my wraps and always takes care of me on that. Makes the car look good. We've I normally do like an orange car like this one. This year I'm gonna change up. I think we're gonna unveil something completely different this year. Still gonna be Clemson themed because that's me. I've always been known for the Clemson Tiger wrap, but we're gonna unveil a little different background color this year and go a different direction.
I'll be anxious to see that.
I'll show you a picture, but we haven't got it finished. We've so busy with work that I haven't got the cars ready. My brother's been covered up. I guess that's a good thing. The economy's coming back, so
absolutely,
this is getting in the way of our fun.
Yes, yes.
Aylin Hubble, how do you say that? I hope I said it right. Thanks for coming in from Facebook and coming in the chat. And anybody's got a question in the chat, please put it in, because we're trying to learn Harley's story and see if we can help him in some kind of way. Along the way, we want you to know you can always come back, send us things that you'd like to let us know about the race team, things if you win, when you win a lot there, I'd like to know about that.
Yes, yes.
We'll celebrate that with you. I'm talking about sponsors just a little bit more. I know some people, for some of the smaller teams, it may be for bigger ones as well. Some people get creative. Maybe like you said, you had people that help you a couple of times here and there. Entry fees and things like that are another way. You may not be on the car all the time, but that's a way that you can help take some of that expense and just help fuel, I'm sure, things like that to help the team.
Yeah, I had a guy one time that well, it was when I was running MoDOT. Good friend of mine in his and he told me, he was like, look, I will tow you to the track, because at the time we just had an open trailer and he had an old dually, and he was like, look, I'll tow you to the track and pay the fuel in towing. And he said, half the time we get down there, he'd pay my entry. And he was like, but that'll be it. And I was like, dude, you have no idea how much that means. I was like, that just regular fuel every week going to the track, and actually him taking his time and going with me and using his truck was amazing. So a lot of people don't realize, you may not be a headline sponsor, and you may not be paying $2,000 a year to be on the car or something like that. But if you have $100, trust me, we'll put your name on the car. It can be your personal name. It can just be because every little bit helps. We've grown substantially in our race now. We're no longer on an open trailer and a pickup truck. Blessed to say now we have a toter home, and we have a dual stacker trailer and all.
Nice.
That came about when my brother and I, we were hauling 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and going and traveling with the series. And we just, if we could get a stacker, we could all go in one. Plus, when we go to Alabama or when we go to we'll just stay in the toter home, and it'll save us hotel bills and stuff like that. So we're not funded to go buy a $300,000 to $500,000 toter home. We're not. So what we done is we found an older toter home, and it needed a lot of work. So we bought that older toter home and then fixed it up, and it works great for us. I mean, it's a good bit older, but it's nice. We're probably one of the only teams that rolls up in a 70-foot toter home and backs 4 cylinders out of it. It's kind of odd, but it's not, it's not like it's not a $200,000 or $300,000 toter or nothing like that. Just my brother and I went together on it, bought an old one, got a heck of a deal on it, fixed it up, and we're still.
Brent Brotman says in this racing world, racers pay their own most of the time, and that's a true local driver.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, those things, they do help. Things are expensive, but it gives you a way you could help and not be obligated to more. If you want to do more, everything they said all goes in the same pot. It all pays and helps to pay for those expenses and stuff. And they always say there's no amount too small, and that's true. You can, I always said, if it might be buying, and the one thing's always got me about people that when they gave money, they always want to say, well, what's it going to go for? It goes in the pot, and that might be a meal you need. It might be gas. It might be buying some aspirin at the local store. It doesn't matter where it goes, as long as it's going to that, keeping that team rolling, or that missionary, whoever it is. That's what it's about. So your money may not go directly to pay an entry fee, or it may, if you were standing there, it might be going to there's a part broke on the thing that's hauling the race car around.
Right.
You got to replace a tire or something. That's just life. So
Exactly.
everything helps.
Yeah, this year, speaking of tires, put 4 tires on the back of our old toter home, and I've got to replace 1 trailer tire. And unfortunately, those toter home tires are $300 a piece.
Mm.
I put 4 of them on, so we're saving. We're saving to do that this year just to get started. But for the most part, I will say, I love my sponsors and they help out a whole lot. But as that other guy said, a lot of it just comes out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Well, what tire do you run?
So on the 4-cylinder,
Yes.
so on the 4-cylinder, it's a Hoosier 1600. It's a 13-inch, 8-inch wide tire, and they're running about $185 a piece right now
Oh, jeez.
for a 4-cylinder. Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
Now the street stock, we're running Hoosier H500s, and they're a little cheaper than the 4-cylinder tires, which is weird because it's a 15-inch tire, bigger tire, and it's cheaper. It's also a little harder.
What's your fuel cost right now? What's that running you? I know you may buy it in bulk, but what does that break down to, or what is the total cost for to get you through a weekend or something like that?
So we do buy in bulk. We buy 55-gallon drums. And it's my brother and I both racing, so we are footing 2 cars. When for a weekend, you can usually get by with a weekend or a night. We'll put it that way. A night of racing, you're gonna burn 5 gallons or so of fuel. Obviously, it's pretty crazy expensive, but buying in bulk does save you a good bit on that. Now, my street stock car, I'm running 85, and E85. I'm not sure if you're familiar as compared to the 4-cylinders with the 110. The E85 is kind of like alcohol, so you burn a whole lot of it. So for a typical weekend with the street stock car, like for instance, we were at Charlotte. We ran the Charlotte dirt track, and I think I went through 15 gallons of fuel.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And it's crazy because at Charlotte, we're really not on the track all that much.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's been a lot of money to be up there, and you're on the track less there than you are anywhere you can go. But they got a lot of cars. They got a lot of cars to feed through. I get it. I know how it is.
Have you ever ran up in Ohio before?
I have not. I visited Eldora and Fairbury, which 100% worth the trip to both of those tracks. I've been to Eldora a couple times, but we made one trip to Fairbury, and it was just at the time it was a bachelor party for one of my buddies, and I'm friends with Jonathan Davenport. He actually lives pretty close to me here.
Oh, yeah.
So I hit him up and I was like, hey, we're going to have my buddy's bachelor trip at Fairbury while you're there. So we're going to come see you in the pits afterwards and hang out. He was like, all right, come on. So, but anyways, Fairbury, Illinois was one of the best places to go to. The Fowls, that's fantastic racing there.
Yeah, I met Davenport at West Virginia Motor one year.
He's a cool guy.
He is.
He's very laid back and chill. Yeah.
So early in your career, were you kind of a hothead, or was you laid back when that 14-year-old was out there racing around? And because it can get heated on the track. So how does that go for you?
It does, but I've always been real cool-headed. Probably I'm the one that's more known for people trashing my car instead of, people's I take a pretty good bit. I'm not real hot-headed. I'm
Yeah.
pretty calm. I was leading the, let's see, I don't remember if it was the Georgia State race. I think it was the Georgia State race at Livonia a couple of years ago. I was leading it and got all the way to the last two. I think it was 2 laps to go, and something broke in the right front of the car, and I went off the track and basically lost it. I come in and everybody was real quiet. They was like, "Oh, he's fixing to lose it. He's gonna be mad." I crawled out of the car and I laid my helmet down and I was like, "Man, it happens like that sometimes, I guess." And I just walked off. I mean, there's no need in being mad.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's cool. We had our driver we had the other day from South Carolina.
Yeah.
He said he had calmed down a lot. When he was younger, he was kind of that charge in,
Uh-huh.
hot head. But he said, plus you don't, things, you don't want to wreck your car anymore.
Right.
It's expensive. You don't want to get in a fisticuff if you can help it. I mean, that could lead to expenses as well. And so, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Right.
I guess the maddest I ever been through my career was 2018. I was at Charlotte with the car right there on that picture, and I blew, jumped the start from about 9th position, ran all the way up to 3rd place, and they were screaming at him in the tower, telling him to give the spot back, and he run up and hit 2nd place. And when he did, I went to go around both of them. He untied with 2nd place and hit me and put me into the wall, and it actually totaled that car. That was a fight. That was a big fight. You can Google that fight. It's on the internet till today. 2018 fight at Charlotte.
I'll have to check that out.
Google that fight. That was a big one. They suspended. Well, the series come down and it's like, "You're done for the weekend." I was like, "Hell, my car's crashed." So,
Have you ever raced in the 4-cylinder at like West Virginia Motor?
I have not. We've traveled in Virginia to Winchester. There's a track. I think there's a track in Winchester or called Winchester or something like that. We did travel up there and race. My brother actually holds the track record at that track till today, I think. Actually, I need to find out about that. I need to find someone who can look into that and see if he still holds that record. But I think that besides Winchester, being at Virginia, near Virginia, Friendship, but that's still North Carolina. But it's only like 20 minutes from Virginia at that point. It's so far up. That's the closest I've ever been.
So when's your season kickoff officially for you?
Supposed to kick off next week. And we were going to the Spring Natty at Livonia. We're not going to make it. My brother's actually going to be out of town. And I've got some on it. Well, we don't have the cars ready, and my business has been so busy that it's took away so much of my time. I've been working like 12 hours a day and working on Fridays. I don't even work on Fridays. So I haven't got the cars ready. And then I actually fly out Tuesday on work to Connecticut for the majority of next week. So yeah, next weekend's off. But it was supposed to be my kickoff for the season. So, but that's not going to happen. So beyond that, I think the first couple of weeks in March is off for the tracks, but probably the 3rd or 4th week in March, I'll probably get kicked off. But I don't really have a schedule this year, like with one series. I'm going to run some Mid-East street stock races. And with those guys, I'm going to the big money races. They've got some really big money races, like some 10,000 and some 5,000 to win races. So I'm going to go to some of those. And then with my 4-cylinder, I'm going to travel to some of the Monster Mini races. I probably hit more of the Monster Mini races than anything. But yeah, just going to get in some local racing too this year.
Gotcha. Hey, Brent, he kind of covered that. Probably right before you come in, what made you start racing was your dad was a big influence in that, taking you as he raced. I think that's kind of how you answered that earlier was your dad kind of got you into it, more of a hobby,
Right.
but y'all took it to a different level. And is there anybody coming after you? Like, is you and your brother have kids that are showing interest, or?
So my brother has a daughter, and she didn't never really. She is a racer girl, but she never showed much interest in getting in the car. I have 2 kids. My daughter being the oldest, and she did. She got into racing in 2021, late 2020 through 2021. She raced for like 2 years, and in the young guns at Livonia Speedway mostly. And she done good. I think it was 2021, and it was the Spring Nationals, and there was a Monster Mini race there and the Young Guns race, and she and I both won on the same day on two big races. So
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that was the Spring Nationals in 2021. So there's a picture of her and I both holding up championship belts and victory lanes.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
That's cool.
It was priceless, man. It was
Would
literally
you call that the high point for you?
that's
And
the high point of my career.
I would think so. Yeah.
I haven't been able to top that. I have some big wins, traveling with the series and such, but none of them top. That was a big series win,
Right.
but none of them top that I had literally just won the race. It was really emotional too. My father passed away in 2020 from cancer, and this was like 2021. And it was literally like right after he had passed, because it was late 2020 when he passed away. Yeah. This was early 2021. He had just passed.
Oh.
And so I won this big race, and it was pretty emotional. But then my daughter turned right around, went out in her race. She won. We found ourselves both on the podium, and it was hard to hold back. Well, we couldn't hold back the tears that day. It was.
Miss Carol Hamby says yes, 21 Spring Natty, and it was just a few months after Papa had passed
away. That's my beautiful girlfriend that just commented right there.
Okay, thank you, Carol, for coming in and supporting. And man, that touches me, man. I mean, I just imagine what a moment you lose a parent, you got this. I mean, you grieve forever, the rest of your life, really, but it's so close. And but you have this special. It's like God said, you know, I know this is a tough time for you. I'm just going to give you a real blessing. You know, he worked hard and he put you both on stage at the same time.
He really did. And my daughter, so since then, my daughter got really busy with school, and she went on and she became a cosmetologist. Now she owns a salon, and she got married, and she's got a whole lot going on. So my son is a sophomore in Clemson down at the college. So
Awesome.
he is really, really big into sports, and he's really busy. He's a straight A and B student, and he's on the dean's list and stuff like that. So he focuses on his school and does really good. But I've been after him. He's never took. Yeah. I told him, I was like, son, you're going to have to get in this car sometime. And he said, well, Dad, he said, you've always said if I don't have time to work on it, then I don't get to race it. And that has always been the rule. You got to take the time to work on it to race it. However, I did tell him the other day, I was like, look, I know you're busy because he's doing school and he's really on school. I said, look, we might have to slip out and let you practice this thing here pretty soon. So maybe somewhere down the road he'll get into it, because I'm gonna have to get out of this thing at some point. You know, I've been doing it for years, but once they get these kids along, now we do have a grandkid. Now my brother's daughter, he's got a grandkid coming along, and he's conveniently named Jack, just like my father. But that might be a future racer. And then Benjamin, he's our grandkid. So with Carol, so he's coming along. This is going to be a little while on them because they're only like a year old. But one's 2 years. One's 1
Well,
year.
you got a lot of winning left to do. Then
That's
you know
right.
you got to further that legend as they look up on the wall and say, "Yeah, look at this," and then I'm going to go. Then they can go out there and try to top it. You
That's
know.
right.
Hello, Race Hive. Thank you for stopping by. I love the name, by the way. Appreciate your support tonight in the show. We're talking to Harley Holden and racing out there in South Carolina. We're learning about some different tracks on over to Georgia, maybe in Alabama, sometimes maybe even Tennessee and Virginia. It sounds like you've got, it's a family. Does the family a lot travel with you? Are you a junior brother? Or does others kind of join in there? Is it just you guys, or how does that work for you?
So Carol goes with me everywhere I go, and but yeah, the deal with our race shop, it is a family type deal, but it extends into my crew, which is their family, but they're really not truly family, but they are family. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I've got the best crew in the world. We got a guy we call Bull. He's our body guy. We got Vinny. He's an everything. He does literally everything for us. And then Tom, and my crew chief is Daniel Reynolds. Can't say enough about Daniel. He is he's my crew chief, but he's my setup guy and brains. I mean, he and I, he's my tire guy, and we just link. I can come in and say I'm having an issue and I'm a little too tight, and he's the go-to. We start discussing right then. But it's crazy how I'm 30 years into this racing, and I feel like I'm learning something every single year. That's because things change. I mean, cars change, shocks change, technology changes. And you got to keep up with all of it, or you'll be behind.
Race Hive wants to know what's your goals this year. What are your goals for the season?
I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 100 wins, and I haven't broke over to 100 wins in my career yet. I'd like to put a few wins down. There was a time back in like 2015 where I did a lot of local racing, and I won 15 races in one season.
Awesome.
Great.
Wow.
I think that's the most I've ever won in one season.
That's awesome.
Once you start traveling with the series and things gets a little tougher, you're not winning 15 races in one season. So my goal this year is to do a little more winning. It's tough. I don't care if you're local racing; it's still tough.
Sure,
I bet.
But
Race Hive.
that 100, compared to my brother, I don't even know what number he's at right now, but I do know he surpassed 200 wins, and he did that.
Wow.
He probably did that a good 5 years ago, easy.
Amazing.
So he's a heck of a racer. But we're shooting for that 100 win. We're working at it.
Do you watch NASCAR?
Honestly, I don't. I kind of kept up with it for a little bit, but to be honest, I was always a Earnhardt fan, and when he died in 2001, I just I kind of fell out of it. I didn't really, which I'm not an asphalt racer. I mean, obviously, I'm a dirt guy. Now, there was a time back in the day when I watched every single NASCAR race. I mean, every Sunday I was planted watching it. I got out of it, and I don't know. I haven't found my way back into it. I don't particularly like the points, the way they've got the points set up, and I don't like the chase.
Yeah.
Like the stages, and I guess I'm just too old.
There's a lot of people would say the exact same things you have,
yes.
and we have. And
Right, yes.
the message from this last week was, why are we conserving gas at Daytona?
Exactly. That's
Makes no sense.
No.
I want to see pedal to the metal in
I
a
do
super
too.
speedway. you know.
Yes, yes.
I wish that some of the old racing would be brought back, but I don't know. It's hard to say anymore. I know you'll never bring back your old days of NASCAR. You're never going to bring that back.
No.
I get it that there was times when they were guys that were doing stuff and hiding fuel in roll bars, and there was innovators out there
Yes.
back in the day.
Yeah.
There was guys who built their own engines and
Right.
they were looking for horsepower and stuff like that. I know those days are gone. But I kind of long for those days where somebody actually got an advantage somehow.
Right.
And, and it was NASCAR's job to find it. It wasn't, a dedicated car. See, I'm an engine builder myself. So our engines, we put together ourselves. I do have, for my 4-cylinder work, I had the heads done by Farrell Holloway. And he helps us out, and he does a really great job on that, which he makes tons of power for us. But other than that, the rest of my engine stuff, I build it myself. I'm a machinist by trade, but my father was a mechanic by trade, and that's what my brother does now. He runs my father's garage, and so I was born and raised around engines. That first race car I spoke of when I was 14 years old, my father and I built that motor ourselves, and that's the way we always done it from then on. We always built.
I can't release my
So, it's interesting, that NASCAR can't be that way. I know things can't exactly go that way, but I don't know. I think it would be neat if someone, and I know it takes a lot of money to compete at the highest level. It takes a ton of money. But the possibility of a kid that doesn't have a big race shop like Hendricks or Childress or Yates, you can't just go compete with them.
That's right.
I get it. It takes a lot of money. I mean, but there are people out here with a lot of money.
Right.
There are.
They are.
Them because they took it to such a level that it's nearly impossible.
Do you wear a Hans device?
I do. I wear the Hans device that comes down on both sides, not the one that's like a harness. I forget what they call the harness one. I don't wear that. My crew chief Daniel, he does a little racing out of our shop. Now, speaking of a different class, he wears one of the harness style Hans, and but he races front wheel drive. And so we mess with those a little bit. When you mentioned earlier different cars that we mess with, I forgot to mention the front wheel drives. We do a little bit of that.
Okay.
Well, my crew chief does, Daniel.
Yeah.
And my brother does some too. But yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for
Yeah,
the
thank
time you've given us. We've kind of went over just a little bit over the hour. We're late getting in. Thank you so much. Is there anything we haven't covered that you would like to say, a shout out to anybody or anything about anything? This was you to tell your story,
Yes.
and we can't thank you enough. We want you to know you can come back anytime, and we hope you will.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna share you guys' podcast and share all this on my socials. We'll see if we can pick up more listeners. Thanks for having me. But yeah, shout out to my race shop, J&H Race Shop, all my boys at the shop, and then very thankful to Carol for putting up with me.
Amen.
Because 99% of the time put up with me. So, but she takes care of us too, though, because she travels with us and feeds everybody, and
Awesome.
Oh, great.
it is a hobby, and but if we ever could figure out a way to make money at this, we would, but it's going to stay a hobby so far at this point.
That's right.
But yeah, thankful to you guys for inviting me on.
It's our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be glad to come back again. We'll do a mid-season or a
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
We just want to promote the sport. I want to say thank you. Let me not forget to say thank you to Carol for the love on this show. Brent and Cindy and JJ, thank you so much for showing us a like. It does help to give a like and a follow and a share and all that.
Yes.
Just because we can get more people seeing that's out there. And I've had a lot of comments about this dirt track racing series that we're doing. The show is taking off on its own, and people are saying, man, I got all these great memories of dirt track. And I was telling you before the show, we're telling them, get back out there, go support it, take the family,
exactly. Support,
it's affordable.
Support
you can
tracks.
do it. Yeah.
Man,
and I want to thank Dusty for being here as well, and Dean and Marine here, and Paul couldn't be here tonight, but he's also a part of our show.
Right.
What was you going to say, Harley?
We definitely got to get some support back in the stands. I don't hate on the dirt division, and I don't, the flow racing and such, but a lot of our tracks are surviving off of selling a hot dog and putting a butt in the stand.
Right.
Exactly.
Stuff up there, they literally need those people in the stands, or we're not going to have a place to race.
Right.
Exactly. That's why like West Virginia closed a while back ago, because like even the track was a 5/8. I mean, and then that's why they shut it down, because it was tearing a lot of motors up.
Yeah.
I mean,
everything runs together. I mean, you put somebody in the stands, they're going to buy the hot dog. There's just more interest. They may bring a friend. They may end up bringing a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
And if you want the tracks to be better, you got to have something to put. There's got to be some money in there somewhere. I mean, sponsorship can only go so far. You got to have people coming. It's always that way with business. You got to have traffic, and these tracks have got to have that. Race Hob says we got something that will change that. All right. We've got to have Race Hob on and talk about that. So, and Brent also with Horsepower Coffee, thank you for being here tonight and commenting. And I know he's a small business. He says we are all working hard. March 1st is a big boom is coming. Well, we're here for it. Include the SFP. We want to hear that big boom too. So I love it.
Yeah. So I'll add to that with get some young kids in the stands.
Exactly.
Fondest memories ever.
Yep.
My dad's best friend would come pick him up in an old 70 Nova, and he would take my brother in the back seat, and we'd ride at Toccoa Speedway. And I went to sleep many, many, many times in the stands of Toccoa Speedway as a small kid, and that's some of my fondest memories, and that led me into racing. My dad was a little bit, and but if we don't carry those kids out there and let them sit there and start learning what that's all about, then it's going to die off.
It was
cars.
Yeah.
It was like that with me when I was younger. Like my parents pulled me up in a stroller over at Midway at Kirksville, and when they were on track, I would just be asleep. When they're out there racing, I'm asleep, and then when they're not out there, I was just so cranky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
we got to get them to the track before they get to TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Once TikTok's on the scene, we lose.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
Or YouTube.
But thank you so much. I'm going to let you get out of here. We know you're busy. Thank you so much, folks. We're not closing the stream. We're going to play some music. We'll drop the cameras down. We're going to take just a slight break. We're going to come back and continue talking racing in Dean's vault. I seen he's brought some stuff.
Yep.
No Donica Patrick bathtub toys tonight. All right. It's been a blast. Everybody hang with us. If you got to go, you got to go. We understand. And we'll be right back. Thank you again, Harley. And best wishes this season on a fantastic season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got it, man. Take care.
Alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern thought, racing breed.
All right, we are back. We are back. If I can get the music to be quiet for a minute. This is the music want to take off tonight and do whatever it wanted to do. We got Dean with us in the house. We got Dusty. Well, he's off screen right now, but he'll be brought back on. And we appreciate Harley coming on, Harley Holden coming on the show.
Yes.
All the support for him, all the different racing people, and we'll definitely look up your website there, Race Hive, and definitely get you some. Hey, you know, we do our own coffee stuff. We kind of loosely do some energy drinks, but I do have the Kickin' Strawberry. Me and Dean's going to try this.
Okay.
Before he leaves, we're going to get a little video of that. But get over to Horsepower Coffee, and they just have the one right now, Kickin' Strawberry. But they got the coffee, and we appreciate them very much. So the coffee that we have is the mushroom coffee, the Midnight Oil, instant, and believe me, it's really good. We had that. So hopefully, me and Brent can work out a deal that we can just do exclusive for. But we have coffee, but maybe just for the racing show, maybe we can bring Brent in and help each other. That's what it's all about. People helping people. Right. That's what we're trying to do. But that's a lot of fun. We have another interview tomorrow at is that 10 or 11? We have one in the morning. We have
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So a show in the morning, and Biscuit Boy will be in the house, I'm sure.
Jacob
Kelso, and looking forward to talking to another one of the drivers. So we are booking, by the way, if you're connected to racing in some way, you don't have to be a driver. You could be a mechanic. I don't even work on crew. You could be a track owner. You can just be a fan. It doesn't matter to me or Dean or anybody here, Dusty. Let us know. We're booking into April right now, believe it or not.
We are right now. The last date I've scheduled up is April 18th.
We have April 18th scheduled. We're probably going to end up being about 6 months ahead of time on those because interest is picking up, and we're thankful. But we're more than happy to bring you on if you want to bring on a couple of people with you. We got 10 spots on the screen that we can do. That's our limit. So, but we can do that. And we're honored to do it. So just let us know. Dean the Chaser is the contact man. I just set up the other stuff. So I've turned that all up to him. Every now and then I do get to invite somebody because we cross paths, you know. So then I have to update so I'm the guy that does all the scheduling, right. After just making sure it lines up. But we're excited about it. We're trying to get interest. Listen, folks, we're fixed. We've already went to Canada, and I'm going to contact tomorrow. Jessica Powell, and she's a champion last year. We're going to have her back on soon. Good. Next week, hopefully. She wanted a track. She's the first female to win at that track ever in any class. And we're going to have her back on, let her talk about it.
Yes.
But very, very soon, not only Canada, we're hoping to have Australia and some other places.
Hawaii,
New Zealand. We're going to be talking racing to those places as well. We're not limiting to Southeastern United States. We want to get all the way to California, top to bottom of the nation, and also outside the boundaries of the nation. Racing is exciting across the world.
Yeah.
And if you're a go-kart, race the go-karts, we haven't really explored that. We're starting.
I got one to schedule that's a go-kart driver.
All right. You've also reached out to a drag racer. I like that. We're trying to get that in.
Yes.
We'll just have to see if it works. If you race lawnmowers, I want to hear about it. I would love that. And if you're one of those folks that listen, we're talking racing, but hey, it's all fun because they do it at the same track. Right. If you're one of those people that have pulled an RV or a trailer behind a truck and the smash them ups, I want you on the show. I want to talk to those people. That is so cool to me. That I would love to do that.
Oh, I would.
I wonder if they let you take the Crown Vic and pull like a trailer behind it. I don't know what they pull them with, and just go out there and smash up.
Yes, I would like to do that.
I'm too old now, but I think it'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
and I know
smash a PT Cruiser. I would like to do that.
Dean, really, PT Cruiser? I mean, come on. They wouldn't even last the race, man. I mean, what are you talking about?
Like a Yugo.
The motors would blow up before the transmissions would go out before they ever got around the track.
Yeah. A Yugo. Smash a Yugo.
We also want to highlight here Dusty's Poff Racing. He races up there in Ohio. He's recovering, getting his equipment back together, and we're glad to have him here. He may eventually have his own show.
That's right.
Here at the old Radio Ranch. And we're just trying to help him down that road. He likes podcasting, and we like that. Again, thanks. All right, so we're glad to be back. Mom Potts, another great interview. Thank you for that.
Oh, great!
You'll be knocking it. Y'all are knocking it out of the park. Thank you so much for the kind words. We appreciate it. And again, we've touched somebody here. Race Office is thinking we're kind of nuts though here, but it's
Yeah, we are.
but it's a good kind of nuts. Now
I am tonight for sure.
I'm going to go right into Dean's vault, so I got to explain this a little bit. I have to have a little bit of fun here too,
Yeah.
because he gigs me on my Falcons and everything, And anyway, I said, Dean, he's got. I don't know how much he's got. It's a mystery. Nobody. I don't even know if he knows. How
I
much
don't know.
stuff that he has in. So
You know.
every week he says, Breen says, oh, no way. So he brings us memorabilia. He's got a couple of things. That's in the box.
Yes.
But last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, no joke, he brought the Jonica Patrick.
I'm in trouble.
Jonica Patrick bath squeeze toy. I don't even know if he knew that's what it was, but that's what it said on their bath squeezer. It's Jonica Patrick, and his face, like it's doing now, turned 3 shades of red. And he said, "I'll get you back." I said, "You brought it to me. What am I supposed to do? Ignore it?" I don't think we have the bath squeezer tonight.
No.
No bath squeezer. Okay. Well, what?
I thought that was pretty funny.
What, Dusty?
I said I thought that was pretty funny.
That's put back in the back of the vault.
Let me just go a little bit. I think it was dang funny. I love it. And Dean's a good sport to let us have fun with that.
Hey, why not do it? Yeah.
But what do you got tonight?
Indy cars.
Oh, he's got some Indy car.
No, not Indy. Drag racing.
Drag racing, because that's a John Force.
Yes.
And this is ages 8. Were you old enough to have that when you got it? Because if it's under 8, you could swallow it or something, or bite the tires off. But there's this John Force look. Where'd you get that at?
Walmart a couple weeks ago.
Walmart. Oh, this is a recent buy. Buy for the Dean man, the Chaser.
John Force too.
This is also John Force. Is it the same car, different color?
Different cars.
A little different. What's that little thing right there? Is that where you pull it up or what?
Yes. It's funny cars.
Oh, okay. So the hood will lift on it.
Yes.
Like the cover,
the whole top of the car raises up.
Have you ever opened that?
No,
he has it. That's going to open up one day because he wants to play with that cover coming up. I'm betting.
The whole top of the car raises up.
I wish that I had all the little race cars that I had over the years. They're all gone. I mean, they're all gone.
Oh no!
But Dean has I think it's a little bit of a hoarder. I'm not sure.
I am a hoarder.
I think he is.
Yes.
It may be just a little bit of sickness about this. Maybe just a little bit.
No, I don't consider it sickness. I consider
you don't consider this.
Well,
let me ask you this. Let's help Dean out here tonight. So if you went to a race, to a race,
yes,
could you go in that race and spend all them hours there and not buy anything?
No.
Okay, so you're sick. Okay, you can't do it. I can't do it.
No, I can't. I would buy a booklet, the souvenir book. I buy that. I buy the cards at the track, the shirt. Yes, I would.
He comes out with a whole new outfit as he walks out.
Yes.
And secondly, if you walked into Walmart, because he mentioned that,
yes,
I'm sure you go by and see that if they've got any racetrack memorabilia,
yes,
or race car memorabilia.
Race cars, yes.
So do you buy more than once a month out of Walmart something racing?
Yes.
Okay. See, he's sick. He knows he is. He answered it himself. Justin, you have a problem like that. Do you have to buy stuff when you go to the racetrack or something? It just eats you alive. You got to come out with it.
Yeah.
I can't listen. When I say all that, I can't say nothing because back in the day, my wife, if she was here and could speak right now, because right now she can't, she would say she hated to see me go to 2 things: concerts. We love the concert, love the music, but concerts and especially collectible music record shows. My wife would cringe, or I went into a back in the day, the album, the record store.
Yes.
Right.
My wife would be like, I'm going to go sit in the car because I'll be looking at everything. So I got the same problem. It's just in a different area.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Did you go to the Falcons game and buy a shirt, or did you buy something with the Falcons on it at that time?
I can tell you that I have never bought anything when I went and seen the Falcons. And you want to know why?
Why?
He wants to know why. It's too danged expensive for the product they're putting on the field. I'm not buying any more. I bought the ticket to the seat. That's good enough. Those all that stuff is too expensive.
Yes, but it's a Audi. It's a may not never go again. So you would buy something to look back on it and say, I got that then.
I can remember how much money it cost me. I don't need to buy the memorabilia. I remember how much it cost me. You know, the $25 parking pass, the oh goodness gracious, nowadays the tickets are so high to these sporting events. That's why we said go to the dirt track. Go to the dirt track. They run family specials where you can, some of them even have kids under a certain age free.
Or go to the concession stand, get a Coke in a collector's cup.
Well, if it just happened to be there, I would take that. I mean, you know, the last Braves game I went to, I did buy two things. I bought a little tomahawk for my granddaughter, and I think I bought my wife some little something, you know, that I knew she would like too. I didn't buy anything for myself. And I was at the Braves game. Me and Cookster, matter of fact.
You ever buy a souvenir book?
No, I didn't buy no souvenir. No. After I bought a hot dog and some fries and a drink, I mean, that's pretty tapped out, you know, because they think you're buying like, you know, a 4-course meal or something like that.
Yeah, but you know, you go enjoy yourself at these events.
So I could, if you ask me about Georgia, I could say I could answer this a couple of ways. I could snow you a little bit. I can say that in the stadium, I never bought anything other than a little bit of concession. That's true. I always tried to be frugal. However, though, where I used to park at was the off-campus bookstore. I can't say that I didn't buy anything there because I did. So, you know,
okay, yeah.
I love Georgia, and so I would buy Georgia merchandise. I get it.
And Tech, remember, Tech is in Georgia, so you gotta go with Tech.
I'm trying to be nice here, Dean, and you provoked that part of me. I'm going to say it this way, then we're going to move on to Dean's notes about racing. There's an old expression that it's PG, but it's going to be less than PG because we're family friendly. I'm going to say concerning Georgia Tech, if I had the money, I would buy 2 hats, and you can figure out what I mean by that. Because nobody would want them when I got done with them. So that's about as far as I can take that conversation. So
I knew I'd get you. I knew I would get
you. Dustin, you have a problem buying stuff when you go. Are you just you gotta have it, like it just burns a hole in your pocket, you know, gotta have it.
Yes.
And the girlfriend looks at you like, hey, how much is that? And you're like, I didn't even look. You know?
Yeah.
I'm a pretty frugal guy, I really am. Seriously, though, it can be very addictive. And I remember when I was going to all those shows, you know, I never was one of those people that, you know, I wasn't spending the mortgage payment or food expenses. I always worked over and above and save money and made up the nest egg that I would go to these things and do. So I didn't take it out of that, but my wife would be like, I didn't think he was going to stop. But she never was really one to, she never collected anything. She never bought anything like that. So, you know, it's just different things. But really it doesn't matter if it's sports or ladies that like frogs in the, I don't know, all over the kitchen or whatever. We all have something that we really like.
Yes.
And we'll end up buying a lot of it. And then, you know, some people get tired of it after 5 years. They get rid of all of it.
Right.
And so, but let me say one thing before we go to Dean's notes. One thing.
Okay.
For all you guys that have the collection, Dean's got a collection.
Yes.
If
Look at
oh, I see it. Yeah. There we go. Asking you shall receive.
There you go.
If Dean was married, he's not. But if Dean was married, for married guys that have the collection, If you know, sometimes you don't. If you know you're going to die, or you just want to have some fun with it before you die, get rid of it before you die. Don't wait till you die, because what's going to happen to all that?
It can be put in the garbage.
Well, at the very least, it's going to be put out on the garage sale,
yes,
or the front lawn, and
yes.
after about 2 hours, they're going to say, "Just make an offer. I want it gone."
Oh, mama, look at those! Oh man,
what do you give me for the whole thing? I've done it. There's Chase Elliott right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! See, he's another Dean. He's eat up with it, man. Look at
Dale
that.
Jr.
Oh my gosh! I see it, man.
I got a lot of the late models too, from like Moran, Bobby Pierce, Davenport. I mean,
see, and there's got to be people listening. They're going, God, that's the way I am, you know. And some wife is going, yeah, we don't need another car. I mean, you've already got like 1,000. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's from Dean's Vault. We appreciate him bringing it. That's a feature we have. So we do have Atlanta coming up this weekend on the NASCAR side, and we've already done our picks. I don't remember. Did you write that down?
No, I didn't.
Okay, we're going to have to remember that and write it down because we were all over the place on those picks. But looking forward to that. I think that's 2:30.
Yeah, 3:00.
3 o'clock on race time this Sunday. The weather is getting cold. They're going to get colder here. I'm sure it will in Atlanta. But for that day, it should be good. That night, it'll dip
it
down.
is. It is.
And I don't think there's any rain forecast.
There is scheduled for rain tomorrow.
Rain tomorrow. So we'll be good. Did we get the lineup today? Did they do the
No, they
trial?
hadn't done it yet. But I know Jake Garcia got the pole for the truck race.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to go to Dean's Notes, and Dean's Notes is brought to you by Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile, make the switch today. Use the promo code Cornbread. You get your first month free. They're a great company, Texas-based. Love America, support First and Second Amendment. It's the only business meeting I've ever been in where we talked Jesus Christ. I promise you that was at the forefront of everything we were doing in that business meeting. They're great folks. All my phones are on Patriot Mobile. I don't promote something I don't use. Like if I'm going to promote it, these cans are fixing to open up and we're gonna test. I even tasted these yet. The coffee was great, but I don't promote anything that I don't believe in. So these are great folks, great product. But anyway, Patriot Mobile. And if you got a good deal, you got a good deal. You don't need to switch. But if you're looking to make a change, get with those guys. They're great down there and they're awesome. So Dean, what you got?
Okay. IHRA acquires Atlanta Drag Race in Banks County outside Commerce, Georgia, marking an important step in bringing one of the Southeast's most historic drag racing facilities to life.
Yeah. Wow.
That was yesterday.
Who bought it?
IHRA.
IHRA. So the official body owns it. Is that becoming a trend now that the official bodies own the race?
Yes.
She said,
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know about that.
Right.
I mean, NASCAR owns a number of tracks as well.
NASCAR owns.
thinking
That's a lot of
someone
tracks,
used to do
man.
everything for you.
Yeah, I get it. You're bringing all that money.
She
You're
said,
controlling all the
"Gee,
flow of all the money.
And, Roger Penske, as you know, owns the Indies.
thinking someone
Yes, I knew
going
that.
to do it for
So
you. G-U-I-T.
powerful rich men with their money, I guess. You could say.
Yes.
All right, Dean, continue on, sir.
Okay.
Get up
College
and
racing. Dodge truck drivers. Former Cars Tour driver Minnie Terrell landed Rams fifth truck. 21 years old. Brandon Crane, Daniel Dye, Justin Haley. Dodge Ram will keep an empty truck for a free agent program. Tony Stewart is the first to make it in the freshman Florida 250 Daytona International Speedway last Sunday. Dodge is wanting to be back in Cup Series. The last time Dodge was in Cup Series was 2012. Greg Kalowski won a championship with the Team Penske.
I love it. I love it. So, you know what? What do they race tonight? Is the trucks on tonight?
No, their trucks will be on tomorrow at
Tomorrow.
12 o'clock.
12. Okay. What channel? Whose network's got that? Is FS1?
Yes.
FS1 has the trucks tomorrow
And tomorrow night at 6 is a O'Reilly series of CW.
on CW, and then the race day for
Race
the
day
Cup
will be on Fox.
on Fox. So they'll have it for a number of weeks, and then it'll switch.
Right.
Atlanta's always a fun speedway. That should be
Yes.
good. Should be a good race. I look forward to that. Anything else tonight, sir?
Yes. NASCAR Modified Series at Smyrna Speedway. On Flow Racing, New Smyrna Beach Area Visitors Bureau 200. Justin Burgesnor, number 51, Phoenix Communication, won the race of February 726.
Okay.
Kevin Harvick, son,
And he's ripping it up.
yes.
He's doing well.
Keelan Harvick, son of Kevin Harvick, NASCAR champion 2024, Inex Young Lions Asphalt National Championship with 27 wins, 49 starts. Youngest Snowflake 125 winner, age 13, December 2025, dominating Legend Cars Limited Late Model Series and Summer Shootout. Key achievements and stats: high volume winner 24-25, 52 wins, 89 Legend races 2024. Varsity won the Cookout Summer Shootout at Charlotte Speedway and secured a Cars Tour win at Hickory 2025 procession. Starting 2025 with limited late model win at Icebreaker, leading all 50 laps. Keenan has been noted for ability to handle pressure as hold off competition at tight finishes at the New River All American Speedway.
I love it.
Keelan Harvick is a good driver.
I was going to say some of these, and not just only in Cup,
Right.
but some of them across, the different racing leagues across the, across the landscape. They've got a lot of young people coming up, and they're really talented.
Yes.
I mean, they are winning already. These will be some of the guys that'll move that way.
Yes.
I mean, not all of them, but some of them will move towards Cup. And it's a good thing to see. Now, in dirt track, we need some younger ones coming along, especially in the southeastern United States. I'll say that. But I think the racing is healthy. There's a lot of people coming along. They're getting into it because the dad, granddad, uncle, whatever, friend, somebody has interest in them, and now they're getting into it and they're racing. And I want to say a quick shout out. We had racing and ministry on a few weeks ago, and they've started up again at their tracks, and they're doing amazing work. They kind of keep the kids occupied and stuff, and give them a good, something good, wholesome, something biblical, and projects to work on and stuff. And they're an invaluable resource. Those folks are amazing. We had those on a few weeks. I try to replay their show often. Give a shout out to them, and we'll have them back on. Everybody will be back on that's been on the show,
Yes.
but we definitely will have them back on. They're amazing people, and they're helping keep those kids, out of running around getting anything. They're keeping them occupied, and they provide a valuable service. Now, they're not at every track all the time, but where they're at, and I think some people had to take up the idea and do something like it at tracks where they go. I mean, you want to give the kids a little bit of, running around stuff, but there's some things they don't need to be around at different ages, and you know that they're being taken care of in this day and time. It's nice to know you got people like that are over there working with the young kids and stuff.
Oh, here's a very interesting thing.
Okay.
Goodyear tires at NASCAR is supplied with air installed. Team gets tires, they are purged with nitrogen 3 more times. They're supplied with nitrogen. Air guns is nitrogen shot. Nitrogen is lighter than air.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was nitrogen in the tires in the race.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that. Interesting.
And there's a lawsuit again in NASCAR.
Which one's this one?
Joe Gibbs is suing I can't think of his name.
What's the lawsuit about?
Because the crew chief that was Indy Hammer's crew chief was taking information to give it to other teams. $8 million lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Who says there ain't some stuff going on still in racing?
Yes, they are.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yes.
I did not hear about that one. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in racing. You just got to pay attention to all that, because there is absolutely a lot of things that happen. There's been a lot of controversy off the Daytona thing with Michael Jordan. If you've seen any of that, I think they're blowing some of that stuff way out of proportion.
Right.
But people nowadays, I mean, there's just a lot of people that are very hardcore about certain things, and you just can't tell them anything anyway. But each their own. It's America's freedom. So feel how you feel or whatever. But that's been blowing up over the airwaves as well.
Right.
So I look forward to the race. I think, as we said the last show, I think that I think that we're going to see some great racing this year.
We are.
I think if they can quit this, conserving gas.
Right.
But there's a lot of teams. There's some teams got off rough start. Let's see if they can rebound this week. Let's see if the winners can, keep it going. I want to say, Daytona being such a big race. I mean, the granddaddy of them all.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fun to watch some of the videos of what the champion gets to go through. Have you seen some of that?
Mm-hmm.
Reddick over there getting his hands in the concrete.
Yes.
Right in the 45 in there.
Yes.
That's cool stuff.
And his car took to the museum for 1 year.
Car took to the museum. That's right. That's where it goes. You don't get to race it again for a while.
They don't take nothing off that car like the confetti. The confetti is made.
Yeah, I've heard about that, where they don't take the confetti off. They just leave it as is when it come off the track.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So it's like winning a Super Bowl. It's kind of like you're doing a tour of You know, and you don't have a lot of time because you're racing, but some say that will hinder a driver because they might not have as much time to be working with the team because they're doing late night talk show or something like that, or radio interview. Everybody's trying to get them on the screen, and we'll see. I would think because it was such an emotional win, because of all the extra attention that's been going on, demands on his time. I'm interested to see how he does this week. Does he dip down a little bit, or does he stay near the front? Because it's got to be draining all the things that they want you to do as a champion of Daytona. And really all through the season, every track he goes to, he's going to be recognized for that. They're going to be talking to him about stuff like that. So there's no way you can get all that done in a week. They don't have time to give them. So, you know, and then Larson, the same thing. I would say since he won the championship, you know, he was still busy racing stuff in the off season, but you're always doing extra things as a champion. And you have to learn how to navigate that and have the strength and the stamina to get through that, and when to say no and when to say yes. Your team is going to be that. So yeah, there's a lot to that. The PR teams and all that. You know, we're dealing with that a little bit now.
Okay, that lawsuit. Joe Gibbs Racing claims former competition director provided car info to another team. Joe Gibbs Racing sues ex-crew chief Chris Gabehart for allegedly sharing confidential car data with a rival NASCAR team.
They didn't say the team?
No. It's not been
Boy, I don't want to get in a lawsuit, but I think I could think of a couple teams. You know, I mean, it's going to boil down to your power people. Let's face it. I don't think it's one of the one car teams out there. This is going to be another powerhouse team that's involved here. They may never say it, but I'm going to tell you what, if the lawsuit goes to trial, that discovery will name it. So that'll come out later.
JGR claims Gabehart saved files of car setups, the company's employee payroll, and other crucial car race data into a folder labeled Spire. Gabehart left JGR after the 2025 season, rumored to have joined Spire Motorsports in leadership role, although an official deal was never announced.
So what they were doing most likely is they don't have a job or not the same job. They were, they did the data dump knowing that was coming or whatever, and then looking for a payday.
The lawsuit claims Gabehart is planning to take a chief motorsports officer role with Spire, despite telling JGR that his role with Spire would not be similar to the one with JGR.
And everybody signs, even if you're not working for a team anymore. I mean, this is pretty standard in business. You're doing you're signing things that you cannot share, secrets of the organization you work for. You certainly can't download their files and stuff. You can't do that. If that's what he did, it's not for me to say. If that's what that is, you can't do that. You can't download official documentation, pictures, drawings, schematics. All that's going to fall under that proprietary data and protected status that they have. Plus, on top of that, you're signing agreements not only while you work for them, but for a time afterward. In some cases, maybe forever. You're signing that you will not do that. And if they got him, if they caught him doing that, he's going to be dead on the stand, because they're going to submit that paperwork, and they're going to, if they got the proof that you did this and here you signed this, and it would be a bad day. I would say this never gets to a trial.
No,
this will be settled outside of court, and it'll be sealed.
It's an $8 million lawsuit. JGR's filed,
and just blowed that up to a big amount, because there's a value attached to your value, but they'll never probably ever see $8 million unless they can attach that other team, whoever they may be there. But they sued him, not that team. He don't have that kind of money. They're just going to hammer him. And the fact is, they can win, and then they'll come to an agreement, and then they will lock down all that, and they will keep all that secret.
Just like me and you work at Shaw, we can't take information.
Can't do that.
We can't take information or video record it or whatever. Take it to Mohawk, take it to other companies.
Can't do that, and vice versa, because that's protected. So it's stupid. I mean, honestly, stupid. Greed and whatever. I
wouldn't do that, but
no, I mean, but you got to watch. That's how even if you've got a copyright or something, people are always way to get around that, and copyrights do go away, but when you're talking about race car setups, exactly, Now, everybody, let's take it back. Everybody knows that when a catcher leaves a team and he goes to another team, or a pitcher, they're telling the other team all their
they
their
are.
signs.
Yeah.
But the
Mhm.
team changes all that because they know that's kind of going to happen.
Right.
That's one thing when you're just changing what your sign is to say run,
Yeah.
bunt, whatever. But when you're taking things that are, schematics, pictures, written down,
Yeah.
engineering material, and you're trading that or selling it or whatever you're doing to another team or somebody or
You
anybody,
can't do that.
you are in big trouble.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Mhm.
You're taking information, putting it in a folder, marking fire on it, and taking it.
There are some people that did that. They sold out America, and they're sitting in jails today
Right.
for the rest of their life
That's
as
right.
they were traitors to the nation.
That's right.
So maybe that's not on that level, but I would bet that they're pretty ticked off about it.
You know they are.
They feel like they've been the traitor. Absolutely. I mean, anyway, that's the allegation. That's the charges. We'll let that play out.
It's
in
been
court.
up for that. We got our lawsuit. Now there's another one starting.
We just can't get rid of lawsuits,
Mhm.
So we'll see what changes this week as far as some of the things that people brought up last week. But I think it was a great race.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was a
some
great
people were
race.
mad about the gas. I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
And there's a couple things, but it's still a great race, and I enjoyed
Yes.
watching every minute of it, and I did front to finish, and it was a great race. And Atlanta's a great racetrack
Right.
to watch a race out. I'm looking forward to that. Try to pick up some of the dirt track over the weekend as well.
Right.
It is kicking off big
It
time.
is.
Some places it never stops. In some places it's seasonal because of the weather, and everybody's kicking in. Like our friend Harley said, Holden, his was supposed to be this coming weekend or next weekend, but
Right.
they're not going to be able to make it. They'll make the next one hopefully. So, if you are a driver and you want to get on, let us know.
Come on.
If you want to submit a video or anything of your win or your wreck, those are good videos too.
Yes. Yes.
If you would like to do that, we'll air it. We'll send it to us. Just tell us it's okay to air that, and we'll be glad to do that.
Right.
And have a great weekend out there. Again, we have an interview in the morning, so we're going
Right.
to get on out of here, and we look forward to hearing from another driver. Dusty, got to get you back on the track, son. We
Yeah.
gotta
I
get
know,
you
right?
going and get you back out at Joe's, and I look forward to that. So while you're podcasting with us, you're going to be. See, we're gonna put Dusty in the car, and he's gonna be. If they got NASCAR, they're talking back and forth.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna patch in to Dusty sitting in the car,
Yeah.
and we're gonna ask him how the track conditions are and all that.
Yeah.
So I look for. We'll have a little camera there so we can
Right.
wave at us and all that. We'll see if we can get that.
Okay.
Is that a deal,
Right.
Dusty?
Yeah, I'm fine with
Figure it out. We'll GoPro it or something, man.
that. I know, right?
You can't drive it. I'll drive it.
I would. I thank you for showing us some of your collection. I'm sure that's not all of it, but I still got to say, I think
Yeah.
Dean's you beat by about tenfold.
I don't
Nothing
know.
against what you got. This guy has got many. He's got cubby holes, buildings, basements. He's got all that stuff that I think they're afraid to go in and look at some of it. What's going to happen? That Dean he'll go on to be with Jesus. And
Right. Yes.
the family or somebody in the family, they'll go out there and they'll start going through all this stuff,
Yes.
and they're going to find like a NASCAR in there or something. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to happen. Like, where'd this come from? We didn't even know he had that. He's probably got a cardboard cutout
No.
of Bubba Wallace in that
No.
somewhere. I think he does.
No.
I think
No.
I think he's got Bubba. I think he's got Kyle Busch,
No.
Kurt Busch.
I bet you $1. You probably got one of Taylor Swift, don't you?
no, I don't have anything with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, right.
Was taking pictures down at the local box store and sending them to me. Who did that? Who sent those pictures? That was Dean.
I sent them to you because I knew that you buy them,
No, you hear what he's saying. He took the pictures and
and I
sent
sent
them
them
to
to
me.
you.
I never asked him to send no pictures. Dusty, are you a Taylor Swift fan?
No,
I don't think that Dean is either.
No,
but
I'm not no Swift.
I know my girlfriend is. She's a Taylor Swift fan.
she's a Swiftie. Okay. Hey, no brownies tonight. You had brownies last time. We're gonna have.
I said you're a Taylor Swift fan.
She's probably like, that's old school now. I'm on to somebody else now. So that's the way it goes.
Right.
You're a fan for a short time of some
Right,
people, then you
right.
move on. I mean, at one time, I think
Because we were
Dean,
talking about it.
a fan of New Kids on the Block.
No,
I really think he probably was.
I didn't really like them.
Yeah, New Kids on the Block and maybe Milli Vanilli. And,
No. Not them.
Not them.
No.
You know, speaking of them, you know, their career, they generated millions and millions of dollars.
Yes.
Do you know how much they got out of that? Zero.
I didn't know that.
Bad deals. Bad deals. Yeah. Whether you like them or not, that's ripoff.
Oh, it is.
I know they were ripoff, but still, money's generated.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I bring that up is there is an artist out there right now that people are gaining money off of that is AI generated. Yeah, it's an AI generated artist, a musical artist that is out there right now. I know they're on YouTube. I'm gonna research it a little bit more and see how widespread. But people think it's a real person.
Oh man,
they're following this AI generated musician who plays and sings, and they believe that they're real. That's where we're at, folks.
Oh no.
So I can see it now. Somebody's going to create the racing AI generated creature or whatever, and somebody's going to buy into it and believe they're real. Start buying merchandise. From
Okay, I got one for you. Back during COVID, when COVID hit.
Yeah,
I racing on TV. It was just like the cars.
It did. It was a way to keep the interesting going.
And it was just like the cars, and it was interesting.
Did you watch every race?
Yes, I did.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with it but they were telling you what that was.
Right.
There's a difference when you're presenting yourself like you are real. And just like cartoon. Cartoon's not real, but you know it's a cartoon.
Right.
But there are people who really believe. I don't know if the people behind it are promoting it that way or not. But there are people believe that this is a real person. Now maybe that's kind of weird.
It is.
It is.
I thought I'd run that by you, during that time.
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I do remember watching some of them on the bigger tracks. I watched like Charlotte when they did Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I think I might have been watching when they did the Talladega and Daytona. I don't know that I watched. I think I may have watched Bristol when they were there, but not all that. But listen, that's big still.
I was watching it when Denny Hamlin was racing, and his daughter stepped on the controller, and it just shut him off. His car just disappeared off the track.
Goodbye, Daddy. But there are people that, and there are a couple friended to the racing show.
Yeah.
And, they are playing the online NASCAR games and the whole circuit.
Like
have you ever done that, Dusty? Have you played some of that with the...
So I haven't played actually online, but like I've played like the World of Outlaws, which is like the sprint cars with the late models. I mean, I haven't played online, but I've only played online with one of my friends that raced side by sides with me. But I've never done like an actual league like stuff.
Well, there's official leagues for that. I mean, people join, and you got to do so good to stay in that, that league. Yeah. And there's bunches of them. And I would say it's kind of like fantasy football, baseball, and all that. I will almost guarantee you, there probably are. There's some NASCAR drivers probably involved in some of that playing.
They are
under assumed names and secret names and playing some of that. I'll guarantee you because they like it's the video thing, and it doesn't matter how old they get, they still like playing the video game.
Yeah,
and that's the way they do that.
It keeps their focus going, so they're not losing focus on when they go out to the actual track to see what the track's like, and in person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not down in it. I just think that, it's some of those leagues can be expensive too. I mean, the very first football leagues. Hey, Cook, bless y'all. Coffee up, pray up. Right, start your engines. That's right. Talk about that wolf coffee. But some of the early fantasy leagues, and I think it started with baseball. They were money leagues, and they were big money leagues. I mean, like lawyers in like Chicago or baseball writers, different people got this stuff started, and that's kind of where it all took off from. Now fantasy is huge. Well, they were betting a lot of money, like it would cost you everything to do. I've played in money leagues before for football and baseball, but on a small scale. I mean, we're talking little bits of money versus they were pouring tens of thousands of dollars into the fantasy league.
Right.
Well, the racing, I'm sure, is that way. They're probably all kind of side bets and everything that's going on. And in this world, everybody bets everybody bets money on anything, and so there's probably people out there betting right now on some race like that on TV. That's
Well,
playing a video game.
It's like this with the Lucas series, that dirt draft.
Right.
I mean, they're betting money on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's just the way the world goes, and you get betting lines and all that. So, and hopefully nobody's betting on themselves, but
No.
we hope not. But hey, have a good night. Dean, any last thoughts?
No.
Who you rooting for Sunday? I know Chase, but
Chase.
besides that,
That's the main I'm rooting for.
so if Chase goes out in the first 20 laps, who would you root for after that? Joey Logano. Dusty, who you rooting for Sunday in the race?
Larson and Elliott.
Larson, Elliott.
Who's the second one?
Lewis here.
Rooting
Ooh.
for Stenhouse and Larson. And that's not my picks. This is the ones I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the Woods brothers to get a win. Barry had a really good Daytona.
Yeah.
I would like to see him get a win, and there's some others that I would like to see up there. Believe it or not, I would like to see it. I would like to see Kyle Busch wins just so I could give you a hard time.
No, it won't happen. Just like
Bubba might win this race. And I'm really going to give you a hard time.
No.
Go Bubba.
No, boy. Yeah, go Bubba in a wall.
The shirts are coming. It's going to be Dave and Dean on the Bubba train.
Yeah, right.
Shirts, hats.
There'll be a wall in front of that train.
We need a car, because we can't use the proprietary, but we'll make like a car. It's going to say Bubba train, and we're going to have Dean like splatted on the front. So Bubba ran into him, and Dave's going to be holding the checkered flag outside the window or something. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Years ago, the Tennessee Vols had the Lane train. Lane Kiffin.
Yes.
We got the Bubba train, man. We got to capitalize on that.
Yeah, right.
Larson train and Elliott train.
Larson, Elliott.
Yeah.
I like Larson. I really do. I'm a Ford guy, but I do like Larson.
I like Larson.
But I would like to see, some of those guys get up there. I'd like to see a surprise.
Bowman might not be with Hendricks much longer.
If he don't get it together, he's not going to be.
I mean that's
just the way it goes.
That Bowman's contract with Hendricks might be up, or he might buy Bowman out.
Well, you know how it is with contracts; they're always made to be broken. So
Right.
It's all about how much money you want to pour out when you do that.
See, I wish Hendrick would bring Junior back.
That's not going to happen. But there was talk about him running a Daytona in the future.
That's been canceled out.
He's not going to do it.
No, he ain't.
A lot of talk about that.
I kind of heard that. I heard that on that video where Junior was saying that his wife told him that she wants to see him run the Daytona one year.
Yeah, but then they're told today on that Sirius 90 that he said, I'm not going to do it.
I think that with all the concussions he's been through, he needs to be really careful with something like that.
Right.
Because he was at such a bad place at one time. He didn't think he might get back to himself.
True.
I mean, he was existing in dark rooms. I mean, he almost couldn't function.
Right.
And, nobody wants to, I think once you're at that stage, it only takes one bad hit. And we don't need Junior going out in a bad way either. So I think he's just good at doing what he's doing.
That's right.
Keep on doing like that. But I would like to see one of the young guys that have just came up from Riley. I'd like to see them just, go to the front.
Yes.
And, because I want to see these guys get a shot, get a full-time spot and stuff like that. So, all right, everybody, good night. God bless you. If we don't see you over the weekend, we'll see you next week. Our show will be on Wednesday night, and we probably have an interview then. I think we do. 25th. We have somebody in studio. In studio, I think they're actually going to be in the studio. Dwayne Worley.
He'll be in the studio.
He'll be in this studio. We'll see if Dusty will be here
at 5:30.
Biscuit Boy might be here. I don't know for sure yet.
And then the next day, Jalen Stanridge.
So we got a back-to-back. So we're trying to pack them all in,
right? Because
we're trying to get them in because they, now's the good time to do it. It gets busy during the season.
Yeah.
And we got to get some that are coming back in because we want to highlight what they've already done. They're out there racing right now. And then soon we're going to have Brent from Horsepower Coffee. He's going to come in and tell his story, share about his business. we've got him coming in, and we'll have many more.
Yes.
Dusty's been on with us, and we appreciate him doing that.
Yes.
And we got to get Dusty set up and going. We got to get him. We got to get him out there. We got to get him out there on that track. So we're going to ride with him. You know, we're going to be a party joke.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. Dude, that would be wild. I'll say this before we go. That'd be wild if he did another role like he did.
Oh, mama.
We had the camera in there. That would be gold. Not as long as you didn't get hurt.
Right.
But that was a role. How many times did you went at least 2 full rounds, didn't you? Or was it?
Yeah. So, well, when I saw the video, I didn't know I was rolling because when it happened, I kind of just closed my eyes, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna let it go.
I think you did 2 rolls, man.
I think it was 2 or 3, something like that. But when
come back up, you rolled a little bit. That was a hard there. I mean, you know, they caught you, and when you got some extreme elevation on that jump.
Yeah, but the first accident that I had at Muskingham, that was the first time I rolled it.
Yeah,
I mean,
not fun.
No,
not fun.
No.
All right, folks. Good night. Bless you. Thank you for all your support. Like, share, follow. It does help. I promise you, and we appreciate all that you. Dusty, thank you for being here, being a part of what we're doing. We got exciting things going forward. We're so excited about it. And for everybody that can be there, we'll see you in the morning. I may be back on tonight. I don't know yet, but at the very least, we'll see you in the morning. Biscuit Boy and me will go live at 8:30, and then followed right behind that, we'll be having another racing interview for the Dirt Report.
Yes.
And I thank you for the support. Again, have a great Friday night. It's the weekend.
Yes.
Dean's off. I'm off. Well, I got to work a little bit tomorrow, but, you know, that's not bad.
I feel sorry for you.
Well, you know, Dean needs 3 days off to recover from the mastery, the genius that he is at work.
Thank you.
You know, I don't have much brain left.
I know, that's right.
I have to work a little more.
Yeah, since when? I never see it.
You never see it?
Every time I come out of the office,
I work the brain.
Every time I come out of the office, you're sitting there playing video games.
Yeah. I would go out there, and Dean didn't even notice I was standing behind him out on the work floor.
But when I flipped the side-by-side, I was surprised that there wasn't as much damage as I thought. I mean, I only had
checking body parts to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Like I still got another hand.
Well, I blacked out. I blacked out for like a minute, and I opened my eyes, and I'm like seeing everybody around me, and I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I think everybody would feel that. Like it's in a weird place to even think about what would happen. So, All right, we're out. The music's coming up. Good night. Everybody wave. See y'all soon.
Dave and Dean roll each week, spin the wheels, engines speak, tracks of fire, dust and smoke, southern skies, the throttles choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Modes of fury racing fast. Southern pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern fried, racing breed. Southern fried, racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Bikes alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Ours, speed's the creed.